is one question I've been using with my clients and with myself recently to help them toggle their brains from fight or flight to flow. The question I ask them is, are you a subject or are you an object? When you're in object mode, you're like a performer who's on stage. You're seeing yourself from the outside. You're imagining what other people will think of you, and then you're constantly adjusting and editing and censoring your actions based on those other people's hypothetical judgments. On the other hand, when you're in subject mode, you are a builder and a creator. You're not the object on stage for everybody else to judge. You are the one behind the camera, directing the movie. You are the writer, penning the story. You are the builder, deciding what to make. So, the next time you feel stress or fear or fight or flight flare up for you today, I want you to ask yourself, am I a subject or am I an object? And if I were to be in subject mode, if I were to approach the situation like a builder and a creator, not like a performer and an approval seeker, what would I do differently? Now, I know what you're going to tell me next. You're going to say, but Pooja, other people's opinions matter. I do need my boss to be impressed with my work. I do need to persuade this colleague to do what I'm saying. I do need this client to buy my product. So I can't just go around ignoring everybody else's opinions. Yes, I 100% agree. Other people's opinions do matter, and you often do need to work towards eliciting a specific reaction from somebody else. But here is the crazy thing about subject mode versus object mode. The more that you are in object circumstances, the more important it is that your brain stays in subject mode. The more important it is that you have to elicit a certain reaction from somebody else, the more crucial it is that you remain a builder and a creator in your own mind instead of becoming a performer on stage. Let me tell you why. Have you ever seen a nervous comedian on stage? Someone who's not really sure if they're going to have a good night or not, someone who's terrified of bombing, someone who basically really needs you to laugh for them to relax and feel okay. It is really painful to watch that comedian, right? You get super nervous for them, and the chances of you laughing actually plummet. Now, have you ever seen a calm and confident comedian on stage? Somebody who doesn't need you to laugh in order for them to feel okay. Someone who's relaxed and loose and takes charge of the room. Someone who can even poke fun of themselves when things aren't going well. It is really fun to be in that audience because you get to relax and let them take the reins. The same thing applies when you are the one hypothetically on stage, whether that's a big presentation you're giving or a one-on-one call that feels really high stakes, or even writing an important email. You are way more likely to create the reaction that you want. You're way more likely to be a successful object in the eyes of others if you stay in subject mode in your own brain. And here is the secret trick to doing that. You're still going to get reactions from people no matter what mode your brain is in, but to stay in subject mode, even when you are in object circumstances, you have to see other people's reactions not as final damning judgments on you, the object, but rather as interesting inputs for you to consider as the creator and as the subject. You should think of it like interesting ink for you to dip your pen into as the writer, or interesting clay for you to shape as the builder. That's how you stay in subject mode, even when you are literally putting yourself up to be judged by others. Now, toggling your brain from fight or flight to flow is like my whole entire thing. So if you have been feeling stressed and stuck at work or even in your life lately, come talk to me and let me help you. You can drop by anytime for a no strings attached coffee chat. You just come and tell me what's on your mind, what problem you're facing that's got you feeling stressed out or stuck, and I will help you toggle your brain from fight or flight to flow so you can see the best way to handle your situation. And I can also just give you some plain old advice based on the hundreds of hours I have spent coaching high achievers just like you in very similar situations. And then off you go on your merry way, unstressed, unstuck, and back in flow. The link to book a coffee chat is above. Or you can also book a consult call and we can map out what a full coaching engagement might look like. Because I can toggle your brain from fight or flight to flow one time in an hour. I can't really teach you the entire toolkit for doing that consistently and repeatably in just 1 hour. But I can teach you that toolkit over the course of a coaching package. And the sooner you learn the skill, the sooner you are going to build the life and the career that you actually want, one that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. Let's start today. The link to book a free consult call is above. Or if you're listening on Instagram, all the links are in my bio. Or if you're listening on the podcast, all the links are in the episode description.